it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on another team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Georgia Tech's offense will have first crack at this one. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Scanning the field is King. Safe completion on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. And the Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Leaves it with the back. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Punt is in the air on 4th down. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So Clemson's offense has the ball for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean,
fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
The Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Caught. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Now on 3rd down for this offense. He'll sneak it.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. And the Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Looking to pass, it's Klubnik. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man quickly. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Randall. Guys, this is a team that struggled mightily last year, and the entire offseason was built around performing better in ACC play.
Well, they just didn't have the dudes to get it done last year. Didn't have enough talent, but they're a year older. They've gone to the transfer portal. They've done a good job.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Clemson!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Looking for a man. It's King. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Clemson. And they turn it into a defensive score.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field. And oftentimes, he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Tennessee has just had no answers today. Both sides of the ball look like all the smoggy smoke on Rocky Top has been in their eyes since kickoff. They're trailing by 17 to Georgia.
The give to the tailback.
Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Yellow Jackets want to move quickly.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I'd keep feeding this guy for sure.
Makes the catch. It's Haynes.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To throw, it's King. Pulls it in, it's Patterson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up the first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Catch in the middle. It's Patterson. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air, using the quick game. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He'll pull it on the read. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. He's looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Fit it in the window for the score.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Just about set to put toe to leathers. We are deadlocked here in the 3rd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Fighting off the defender. Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air. It's Clemson. Makes the catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. He's open on the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Got it! Touchdown Tigers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They march 78 yards down the field, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. The Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Creates a little room. There he goes. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line.
Man, you gotta lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Looking to throw, it's King. Get it out on the screen. They bring him down right at the 45. Not enough to move the sticks, but maybe close enough to go for it here on 4th. Punt is in the air. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, the running back has it. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And the timing just a hair off. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. From the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man down the middle. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Williams.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Wide open downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Tight end now in motion. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Haynes. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Firing deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. It's on target and complete. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Back to throw, it's King. Got it in the middle, it's Patterson. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
Back to pass. Quickly complete.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more, and it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right, and I wonder because it was a rivalry